Now, here's your pinpoint weather forecast with meteorologist Henry Grof.
This is going to be the main focus, is when that Arctic cold front moves through. We're going to be seeing a blast of cold air. Our temperatures will be rapidly dropping, and we're going to be transitioning from rain to snow with some gusty winds behind that. So your early Friday morning commute will be significantly impacted with some reduced visibility from this snow. It should be lasting up until around 5 a.m. and then that threat begins to decrease through Friday. So really, we're not going to be looking at a lot of snow, mainly about 1 inch to 2 inches on the ground. Enough to give you a white Christmas, but the focus is definitely going to be that cold air. We are going to really feel it going into Friday morning. The main concern definitely is going to be the potential for flash freezing along the roadways. Any moisture from the rain on Thursday will definitely freeze over, so that's going to be a focus, along with the wind chills, because we're going to be seeing gusty winds coming right behind that. We could see wind gusts up to around 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts up to 40. So that will be bringing our wind chills down into the teens, especially rolling into Friday. And we're going to be holding on to that all the way into Saturday. So of course, we will still see a little bit of snow. Both the main focus will be that flash freeze potential going into your morning commute on Friday, and the cold air through the weekend, down to around 15 on Saturday, and then up back to 21 when we get into Christmas Day.
It's here.
It is the end of the week, which means it's the end of Winter Weather Awareness Week.
I'll give you a golf clap. I'll give you a golf clap. I know that pains you because you love talking about the winter weather here.
But I did save the best for last, and you already Googled it, so you already know what it is. But
I do know what it is because I certainly did not in the commercial break before we got to daybreak here.
But now we're going to be talking about my favorite type of winter weather, even though it is the most dangerous type of winter weather. It is snow squalls. And this is typically what happens when you get a sudden onset of snow with some gusty winds. May even see some quick accumulation, but not significant enough, like about a ½ inch to 1 inch at most with these squalls. But they do happen. They're typically about 30 minutes to an hour or less than 2 hours. And you do even get snow squall warnings sent to your phones, because they are very dangerous when you're on the roads, because it quickly reduces visibility. And we could even possibly see one today, but not right now. We're only looking at some snow flurries moving in across the Middle Ohio Valley this morning. But as we do have a weak cold front moving through, we're going to see some more snow start to develop, mainly towards lunchtime into 1 o'clock, and with some gusty winds accompanied by them. Then we'll start to see reduced visibility on the road. So you will need to keep an eye on that later on this morning. But we are definitely not going to be seeing the lake effect snow that Buffalo is seeing right now. You can see this stream of snow moving through. They're seeing about 3 inches of snow per hour, but we won't be seeing that. But when we take a look at Futurecast, by around 9:30, we start to see a little bit more snow start to develop, and then it starts to push through by around lunchtime. And with those gusty winds, you definitely will be seeing reduced visibility. But
as I was driving in, we were talking about visibility and the winds. It was kind of hard to see the road driving in with the mix.
It is important to note the snow is starting to subside. We're not going to be seeing anything in terms of additional accumulation that is already on any surfaces. But with the windy weather we're seeing, we're going to continue to see blowing snow across the roadway. So it's still going to be dangerous to travel this morning. Also, those cold temperatures. So let's take a look at what we're seeing right now across the region. We have 8 degrees in Parkersburg, like I mentioned a few minutes ago. We are at 0 in Columbus. Indianapolis getting close to 10 below right now. So we're going to continue to see more cold air move into the Middle Ohio Valley this morning. We will not see any improvements during the day. We're going to continue to stay with cloudy skies and continue to see our winds come in from the west. We're continuing to blow all of this Arctic air into the northeast. So no improvements at all. 8 right now in Parkersburg. That's why we do have this wind chill warning in effect till noon on Saturday. Now, even though we do have a winter weather advisory in effect till noon today, we're going to continue to see blowing snow because of the high winds. So we do have a wind advisory in effect till 7 a.m. tomorrow morning because of wind gusts between 40 to 45 miles per hour. Taking a look at the current radar, snow starting to subside a little bit. We're going to be looking at some snow showers through the rest of the morning and flurries into the afternoon. But like I mentioned before, the windy weather will be creating some snow drifts across the roadways. We can see it here as we take a look at the Highmark, West Virginia Skycam. That bridge is covered in snow. We are at 8, feels like 12 below with our winds coming in from the west at 22 miles per hour. And we're looking at some higher winds, sustained winds, not wind gusts, off towards the west, like Wilmington at around 26, Columbus at 28. So that's going to definitely be reducing visibility if you have to do any holiday traveling this morning. But again, highly advised against. Still, if you need to, you're going to have to take it slow on the roadways. We're going to continue to see very, very hazardous wind chills through the day, with Wilmington at 30 below. We're at 12 below, along with Athens. Still going to be holding on to those chilly, dangerous wind chills through the rest of the day with these wind gusts. So how fast are they going to be? Well, they're going to continue to pick up as we get into the early afternoon, between 40 to 45 miles per hour. Some spots trying to get up to around 50, but beginning to slow down just a bit as we get into the evening and overnight tonight, but still hovering around 30 miles per hour. And going into Sunday for Christmas, we're still going to be peaking up at around 15 to 20 miles per hour. So those dangerous wind chills will continue into Saturday, and we'll still see well below 0 wind chills for Christmas Day. So we're not going to be seeing any improvements, as I mentioned before, near 20 below through the afternoon.
Hey, Grof, our meteorologist, we are outside of WTAP stations, and it is currently snowing, Henry.
Yeah, and it's 2 degrees out here. But, you know, because we've been talking about this miserable weather, there is a cool thing everybody across the Middle Ohio Valley can do today, and it is get some hot water and just...
Now you said it was 2 degrees.
2 degrees.
What does it feel like?
Negative 16.
Negative 16 degrees. Is it going to get colder?
We're going to continue to see these temperatures stay about the same throughout the day. Some areas may even get down to 0 for the exact temperature.